Thanks for staying with us. The mission of Un-Shackled by Love Ministries is to love back to life, set free, restore, and equip women in the sex industry, victims of sex trafficking, and those suffering with addiction. Jewellan and Alisa are here to share something that happened recently. You're on all the time. We talk about all the work that you do. We've met so many of the ladies in your program. Thank you both for being here, first of all. I have to warn, we're usually talking about fun, light stuff. This is very serious, but it's something that needs to be talked about. Something happened recently at the center, and I'm gonna let you take it.
Correct. Once again, thanks for having us on. And doing what we do every day is helping women come out of the sex industry and human trafficking and addiction. And, you know, sometimes it doesn't always turn out the way that you want. And on June the 23rd, Katelyn Bartlett had been a resident and a graduate of Un-Shackled by Love, was with us for 14 months. And we actually got the news on June the 24th, which was the Monday, that Katelyn had gone back into the sex industry and that she had overdosed. And so where we're at today is, unfortunately, we've lost her. We are trying to keep ourselves focused of the 14 months that we were able to serve her, and that she, for whatever reason, we don't know. But guys, what our call is for our community to understand that not only is it about addiction, which is the #1 organized crime in the United States, but human trafficking and addiction go hand in hand. And human trafficking being the second organized crime in the United States. They're both very powerful psychologically and emotionally, and all it takes is that one time and your life is over.
It's, in case anybody doesn't remember, I think we have pictures. Katelyn had been on the show a lot of times. There she is with Maria and I. She just seemed like she had come to such a great space. The very first time she was on, you could tell she was a little nervous to talk. She was a little unsure of herself, but she was sure of her journey, it seemed, and that it was going in the right direction. And every time she'd come back on, she was just better and better at talking. And so to have something like this happen is just absolutely devastating. I know it is for you. You put your heart into this, but it just shows how real this is.
Correct. Alisa, do you want to respond how vivacious that Katelyn was?
Oh, Katelyn was full of life. She would walk into the room and heads would turn. She had this laughter that was infectious. We are still in shock because she is was a beautiful 25-year-old girl, very smart. And we walked alongside of her for 14 months, and we loved her. We gave her the tools for her to have success out there. So for us, it was a blow too, and it happened so quickly. But people need to understand that addiction, once it overtakes you, if you go back into it, it doesn't take much, and you're right back where you started. And unfortunately, in this case, it took the life of a young woman.
And it happened very quickly, wasn't it? Just a few days after she left?
4 days.
4 days after being in the program, she got hooked on it. And I think so. It's so easy for us as viewers and as people out in the public to hear about the sex trafficking industry and to hear that it's so bad, but it doesn't hit all of us.
Exactly.
And we don't realize.
Yes, and you know, there's two sides. You know, not only if you see a young girl that looks like that she's being trafficked or she's telling you that she's gone back into it, reach out to try to get her help. But the other flip side is men who are buying them. If you hear that as well, report it. I mean, we've been told that in a matter of a couple of days, the clientele that she was able to pick back up here in Central Kentucky literally has blown the cops' minds.
And that's the thing. This happened right in our backyards. I mean, she had been within a program, probably with no correspondence with any of these people, and immediately could find people who would pay for her services. That's scary.
Very scary. Very.
Do you think that this is something that happened because of her addiction to drugs, or is it just something that psychologically never goes away from these girls unless they're constantly under care?
If I could answer that question, I think that I wouldn't still be in pain. I don't know. I can't answer that.
It breaks my heart to sit here and watch, because I know how much you put into this program, and know that you can't take this personally. And it's not, you've done everything and given every tool and every possibility. And meeting Katelyn, it's just, it's been a blow, and I can't imagine. But I like the fact that if you're looking for a positive, you're turning this into something to teach people that this is a serious problem.
Yes, and we do just want to let the community know that we are having a celebration service. I don't know if you guys are going to put that on the screen or not, on July the 31st, to celebrate the life and the vivaciousness of Katelyn. It's going to be at Sozo Church at 7 p.m. And the address there is 817 Winchester Road. To come out and to even learn more about what we do, along with the women that we serve, and just support us.
Right.
You know, gather around, not only for Katelyn's sake, but for other women of human trafficking and the power of addiction that's taking so many out.
We're going to have all that information on our website so that people can come out and do that. And it's so important to learn. We've talked about it time after time, the signs that somebody is being trafficked, the signs that a man is looking for a girl or somebody to do this to. What's the number one thing that we can do to combat this?
What would you say?
Just be alert. I think some of the things that you had said to look for are brandings, or a really young girl standing close to an older man that's not talking very much, that seems like she's under his control. I think awareness is the biggest thing that most people can do, because most people aren't. They think it doesn't go on, and it does.
As a society, slow down a little bit. We're all way too busy to where we don't see what's going on around us. We're all in kind of our tunnel bubble, per se, or in our cell phones. So slow down a little bit. Get educated. You know, call us. We'll bring forth some education. Go online. Get educated on what to look for. Get involved. Volunteer. You know, learn more about it. Guys, it's so real. And for whatever reason, Katelyn didn't reach back out to this huge community that she had built in 14 months, but she turned back to the old lifestyle. We can't answer why.
And that's scary, but you gave her such a great life while she was in your care. I know that, because I talked to her many, many times. She sat here with us. We sat, and I mean, it's heartbreaking, and it really, really is real. We appreciate all that you do. Our condolences go out to everybody there and everybody who is affected by this, which is all of us, because it's a bigger picture than we can even imagine.
Yes.
How do we get a hold of you?
We are on Facebook, but our website is www.unshackledbylove.org, or you can always call us at 859-509-6421, and you can text us at that number as well. We would love to hear from you. You can also partner with us to help us do what we do through our website, www.unshackledbylove.org. And we just want to say to Channel 36, thank you for everything you guys do for us.
I think you do a lot more for us than you realize, because the information you provide and the heart and soul you put out there, you're going to make me cry, is just, we have to have it. We have to do better as a community to stop this from happening. So thank you both. That information will be on our website. Stay with us. We'll be right back.